Hi guys, Leader Random here and welcome back to APM, Adults Play Minecraft Isles of Shroom. We are back at the base and we've been a little bit busy, as you can probably see. So I thought I'd kind of show you guys what I've been up to here, explain what these are, and then go and take you off to my next project, which is actually a little way away. But we'll start here. You probably remember I had the sugarcane farm that took up a good chunk of this area. I've now replaced that with this auto sugarcane farm, which it's not super efficient if I'm not here. And I've been away from the base actually quite a bit over the last week. A couple of weeks really, probably by the time this is released. But effectively it works using pistons and observers, and it detects when the sugarcane reaches 3 high, so the observers detect it. That then triggers a redstone signal, which triggers the pistons, which will then break that. And the idea is that the sugarcane falls into the water channel here, which filters it down to the hopper, which then ends up in the chest. So it is one of those ones where you kind of need to be within the chunk. But it seems to be working, so we're not having any issues with it being on sort of on an issue in so much of it being split between chunks. So nothing's broken with it as yet. It's just a bit slow. It's only as quick as sugarcane is to grow, and because we've only got 5 bits of sugarcane in there, we've not got rows and rows and rows like we had in the manual farm. It's a little bit slow, and you're only getting 5 as opposed to where I was breaking it and you were getting 2. So yeah, there's probably ways we can enhance this other than make it better, or bigger even. But you know what, it'll work. I've not got a huge need for a huge quantity of sugarcane at the moment, but it's kind of nice to alternate. And I've tried to keep it within kind of the theme of the rest of the base, in so much as that it's in the similar style. So the other thing you can see here is I call it the auto farm. It's the semi-automated farm. So it harvests. Effectively, again, you've got a row of dispensers there, all with water buckets in there. Redstone behind it. We've got a row of hoppers here which feed into this chest here. And if we pop around the back here, we've got a little button. Press it once. All the water comes down. You can see it kind of pretty much washes most part. You get a few odd bits that will not collect, and then hit it again and that retracts the water back. So yeah, you might need to go along and pick up a few odd bits. It does need a manual replant, which is probably, yeah, I don't think this is the thing. You can't really get away from manually needing to replant stuff. So we'll take a bunch of seeds, and I did all of this half wheat because we need that for all of our cows, and I don't think that's going to be enough seeds somehow, is it? Let's grab ourselves a bunch more. I think the load is still ticking through into the hopper. So yeah, it's not perfect, but it certainly helps. So I've literally just done like a couple of rows of carrots, a couple of rows of potatoes, a couple of rows of beets. I was helping Frankie with the food store. However, we're not seeing a huge amount of trade there, which is a little bit sad. Hopefully, you know, that will change and that will pick up. But yeah, at least it gives us. Oh, it is night. At least it gives us a bit of income if we need it. But the other thing that I've done, so I've got all of our cows here. You've probably seen I've got some little bunnies on the go there. Again, that was all part of the food farm area. I've reinstated the smokers, as it doesn't seem to be affecting the iron farm, so I think they are far enough away. So the only other thing that we've got up here, I've just moved these back a little bit, is this, which is our auto cow farm. So with this, you've got a bunch of In fact, restart, we'll try and explain it a little bit out. So again, this works with using observers and dispensers. So we've got some hoppers at the bottom, we've got trapdoors on those, we've got an observer here, we've got a breeding area up the top there, which is a dispenser which you put a water bucket in, and then you've got lava buckets in each of these dispensers here. So you set this one going, they float, you can breed them. The idea is you need to kind of breed up what you've got in there. You know, you can lead a few in there. It's a nightmare to get them down like a one wide hole. So the best thing to do is get a couple in there and then just breed them up as much as you can, which is what I've been doing. So it's not been running as such. And you can see there's a couple of trapdoors which at the moment are closed to keep the breeding area, which stops any of the babies escaping. But the idea is that normally you'd have the trapdoors open, you'd breed your breeding cows, as many as you possibly can. The babies would then get pushed out into this area here, collect them up, wait for them to grow, and once they're fully adults, you hit the button here, and that then triggers the lava buckets to go out and retract, sets them on fire, and then you collect your drops there. Now I've got a feeling that some of the drops, I've been using the woolly cows, I've got a feeling that some of the drops are actually getting kind of burnt in the lava, so I don't know how efficient it's going to be, but let's give these guys a bit of a breed up, get a few more in there, because the more you've got in this bit here, the more little cows you're going to get, and obviously that is a good thing, because then you'll get more down into your capture area down there. So it's okay, it's not super efficient, but it's just another way of not sort of having to manually feed and breed. But let's have a little sleep. We'll get rid of some night, and I will take you over to our, if I can find my way out of here, which is over here, I'll take you over to the new area. So I kind of felt like I needed a new project. Let's just put all my weaponry etc down there, because it's a little bit of a hike, but yeah, I felt I needed a bit of a new project. So I've done a lot here. I've done a lot of machines and, well, farms, automated farms, but I was kind of running out of inspiration, and I just felt I kind of wanted to go and do something creative. So I found an area, and the idea is, what I want to do is build a, I don't know whether to say sort of mansion castle type build, but something that's going to be quite detailed on quite a large scale, just as a bit of a side project, just to kind of keep me going a little bit while I'm kind of figuring out what I'm going to do with the other base. So I'm not intending to move to this other base. It is purely a build that I wanted to do. You know, I'm out here in an area where there pretty much is me and me, for several hundred blocks, if not several thousand to be fair. So I've got plenty of scope to build, but you know, the jungle's huge. You know, we had some plains and some hills, but I found a nice area. So I kind of took the most direct route, and I have built, it's a bit nasty, this tunnel. Probably I will lay some rail down at some point just to make it a little bit quicker to get over there. I have set up a portal. When I go back through it, it links into my portal here, so I might be able to do a proper go into the nether, do a portal link, separate thing, and then just have a walking tunnel in the nether to the other portal, so it makes it a little bit easier. But getting home's fine, getting there is a bit of a hike, so yeah, it could be that I'll just lay down some rail, but we are talking probably the best part of about 1800 blocks, so it's quite a walk, and I've got something like a stack and a half of rail, so that's kind of not going to happen. But we are approaching the end of the tunnel, as you can probably see coming up on us. So I've managed to waffle for the sort of 3 or 4 minutes it takes to kind of walk over here, which to be fair isn't too bad, but this is a cracking area. I absolutely loved it. I thought the rock formations around here were stunning. It's kind of almost in a little bit of a basin. I won't show you too much of the build just yet. We've got horses, we've got plenty of animals spawning, so we've got food. There's actually over this way, in that direction, there's a village, and it's actually really not that far. But this is kind of what I'm working on. I've been collecting horses and donkeys as well. They were all over my area here. Let's just put my spawn back to here. And I did bring myself over an ender chest that I want to place down as well. Just because somehow, I don't know how, I managed to lose my shulker box. So I've got an empty shulker box, but I lost my shulker box, which had a couple of leads. It had about 26 diamonds in it. I don't know. I think I was carrying a bunch of stuff either home or back, and I've broken it, and I've assumed it's jumped into my inventory. It hasn't, and it's despawned, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but it's not the end of the world. But I've been using some of the new the crimson planks and the warped planks in the build, and so it looks quite grey and stone at the moment and undetailed. There will be plenty of detail going in. I'm just trying to get the basic building and shape down. So this will be the front. It'd be nice to kind of flatten this area out a little bit, maybe do some kind of gardens out the front, but it's fairly sizable. We'll take you in, and unfortunately I think there are some caves below because you'll hear some peculiar noises. And I basically started with this is that I was conscious what I wanted was like a big kind of sweeping staircase, and that was going to be kind of the focal point of this. So like I was saying, this is the entrance hall. This isn't even the rest of it. So we've got a whole load of room that we can build out. Chances are I might fill this part in. It may be that it goes off in that direction, but I'm kind of thinking what I'll probably do is fill in, or I say fill in, I'll probably at least put some landscaping down, just so we can build on it, because I kind of liked the position that it was in. So we've got a big sweeping staircase which at the moment goes to nowhere. It kind of stops here, but that will probably go back. The portal there, I'm just going to incorporate that into the build, so the back of the building will probably nestle into the hill here, and will expand out on either side. This is the other part that I kind of started on, so it was very much the staircase and here. So what I'll probably do is continue this pattern. So I've just used stairs at the bottom. I might take out the blocks here and have these as open archways going into the next area. But I'm just at the moment just working on kind of getting the wall up. I may put some stained glass or concrete or something like that behind here. And then we'll do something obviously on the other side. But at the minute what I've done is it's basically make plain walls. I've done a little bit of texturing on the floor here, so I've put down some stone brick slabs, but I've also put in some stone slabs as well, just to add a little bit of texture to it. I'm using this as carpet, so a nice red carpet. So I wanted to have a bit of a design in the floor around the back here and just make it a bit more interesting. I want some colour, I want it to be rich and opulent. But yeah, I'm still kind of, I've not really got a complete finished article in my mind at the moment. It's going to just kind of happen organically. So you've got kind of a, so we can try and get up a little bit higher so we can show you the, we'll look down on it from up here I think. But yeah, I've opted for kind of an overly kind of entrance hall area. So this at the moment, it looks plain. Like I said, I may knock it through, I may duplicate this all the way through, So it's fluid, it's organic, it's going to just kind of be what it ends up being. But it was just something to be a bit creative. But there you go. That's kind of how the entrance hall looks at the moment. So you've got the oval shape with the sort of the bay windows going into the square part in the background, and this will probably go through here. So I said, as I've built the wall up, but between those pillars here, it may be that will open up there and there to come through into this area, which will be like a hallway, and expand out that way and expand out that way. But we've got a pretty big area. We could build back further into the hill here if we wanted to, so it's reasonably deep. But I was kind of thinking about, you know, having something that's got something sort of big and impressive out the front. You know, I want some size to it because I want to be able to furnish. It's probably going to, well, almost certainly, that's probably funny, I've put in a staircase. This will be a landing area as well that I may make. It's like a bit of a mezzanine balcony with balustrades that will be supported, and then we'll have obviously this area, and we'll have rooms branching off there, and obviously off of the sides here and here as well. But yeah, I wanted it big because I want to be able to furnish it. I want to get creative. Frankie's got some amazing map art that we might be able to use. What I would love to do, and I'm hoping that I can do on this, so I don't know whether I'm planning to make it into a house, i.e. are they going to be bedrooms, but what I would love to have is over this area at the front is a huge library, or maybe off one of the wings. So it's almost going to be not quite cross-shaped, but it's that kind of idea. But I'd really love to have a library that's on 2 levels. So it may be that we open off maybe this way, and we have a library here that then has a second level, which is like a balconied area, so it's all open, and have like a huge library. So yeah, I need cows, which is kind of handy where we are because they are spawning in. I've obviously got the cows back at home, so I can make books and things there. So here was me saying, yeah, I don't need to worry about a sugarcane farm. I'm not really doing stuff with books. Yeah, wrong. But the library, that part will probably come along a little bit later because I'll need to collect up the materials I need in order to do that. First of all, just keeping an eye on the time. But yeah, we've now got my trusty fire aspect sword, so I'm cooking my food as I kill it, which is obviously incredibly helpful because that saves on coal immensely. Let's just get ourselves around here so we can have a little sleep before anything starts spawning, because that's one of my biggest paranoias now, is because I'm starting something which is on the ground, quite detailed, very open, is stuff spawning in, and there have been pillager raids. So I've just spotted a cow. I need your hide, Mr. Cow. I need your hide. But there have been pillager raids like crazy over the last couple of days. I think, well, I say pillager raids, there's been pillagers knocking about. But yeah, check this area out. It's such a cool area. It really is. Hello, Mr. Cow. There's another one. Kind of feel, oh, and another one. This is great. Look, you see, I told you, it's just a fantastic area. I think because it's so open. Plus, at the moment, to be fair, I am the only person on. So, go me. I'm getting all of the mob cap to myself. And the more I seem to obviously kill off, the more they come back, which is good. I'm not going to complain about that. I found a nice little cave system as well. That's down here. So I went mining. But yeah, I believe from the noises that I'm getting, there is a cave system under here, which probably needs me to get in and get that lit up, because I honestly thought yesterday my stomach was making some peculiar noises. And it turns out it wasn't actually my stomach. It was... oh, look at little tiny baby. It was I think there's zombie villagers that are kind of camping out in the caves below here. So yeah, there's quite a cave system lurking in here as well. But yeah, not short of meat. Yeah, it's another 3 leather there. That's all good. That's another potential for 3 books. But yeah, that is what I've been up to. So again, a little bit of a show and tell, but this is probably the project I'm going to be working on, so we'll keep updating on progress of that. So hopefully I can show you a little bit more. I'm not greatly confident in building on camera because I said I haven't got a plan for this. There is no plan. I am basically winging it, to be fair. But I just wanted to be creative. I wanted to do something that actually there was no other purpose to it other than it looking nice. So I'm not trying for food. I'm not trying to build something practical. It's, you know, it's big, it's bold. I want loads of colour. I really want to get, if I can, like a vaulted ceiling. And I want to be using the like cyan concrete and cyan glass to make kind of like a vaulted ceiling, possibly partially glass, partially concrete, but we can get some lighting going in there and, you know, just create something that is just beautiful for the sake of being beautiful. So that is pretty much what I've been up to this week. But I've waffled on for quite long enough now, so thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any thoughts or ideas on what I can do with the build, then please by all means drop something in the comments. You know, I love to hear people's ideas. You know, my vision is, well, like I said, it's vague. I think I tried to describe it to Frankie as something that's kind of a little bit Hogwarts, but I think I've wandered away from that already. I don't know. Maybe I haven't. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make this 3-tier at the back or something, and we'll have staircases that are going off at angles, which is a bit like the stairways at Hogwarts that will just have a bit of a hall behind me. I don't know. Possibilities are endless. I think the only thing that's obviously going to be holding me back is resources and time more than anything. But, you know, it maybe we still do bits and pieces. We've still got our station to do back at base. You know, if I can link the portal so it's not quite such a trek, that'll be great. If I can't because they're too close, meh, so be it. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.